Okie dokie, who's ready for a midday stretch? It's gonna be low impact, low motion, slow and steady. We're just gonna make ourselves feel a little bit limber and loose, okay? So, grab yourself a little mat. We're gonna come all the way down onto the floor to begin. Come hands out in front of you. I want your hands straight into the floor. Pull all the way back into child's pose and just hang out here. Keep those hands driven into the floor so that the floor is working with you and helping to strengthen and lengthen those arms, pulling them away from your shoulder girdle. Good job. Come back up to tabletop here. We're going to widen the stance in those knees so now they're just outside of your shoulders and lean back one more time into child's pose. Good job. So now you're in a nice wide stance. The floor is still working with you, holding onto those hands, pulling them away from your chest. Come all the way up. Bring those knees now straight under your hips. Drop your belly button into the floor. Pull it up towards the ceiling. We're going to come down one more time. Elongate that neck. Pull it up and around. And pull it straight back down. Good job. Bring those hands in one more step. You're going to take your right leg and pull it to the outside of your right foot. Your right hand and your right foot are side by side. Now you're going to drive your left leg back as far as you can go. Keep your shoulders facing forward, head facing forward. Lift that head and pull through all of your hamstring, your groin, and your left hip flexor. Now pull that left leg up off the floor, toe to the ceiling. Feeling good. Very gently rotate that back heel in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. And now the inside of your legs are feeling like something you ain't never felt before, right? All right, take it all the way back now as far as you can go. Straight leg in the front. Try to drive this right heel into the floor. Again, using the floor to pull and elongate that leg. And come back to neutral. Your hands are now in the center. Bring that right leg back. You're going to take your left leg. So your left foot and your left hand are now even one with the other. Good job. Here, and drive that right leg back as far as you can go. Now you're feeling one more time. You're feeling that stretch inside your groin of your left leg, your left hamstring, and your right quad. Good job. Nice long neck, a nice long spine. Excellent work. Pull up that back leg foot. Gently rotate internally, externally, to warm up everything that's worked so hard today and every other day in those hips. And set it back down. Bring that left leg back one more time. Carefully walk your hands out and place your thighs on the floor. Then walk your hands back in just as far as you can get them in. So you're in cobra position. You may not be that high up onto this. It may be down low. That's totally fine. We don't want to hurt your spine. You just want to give yourself a nice stretch, feeling it in the abdominal wall. Now here you're going to very gently bend the left elbow and lean forward with the right. Feel a little rotation in your back. And then straighten that left elbow, right elbow bent, rotation in the back one more time. Let's do that a second time. Feels so good. Bend the left, lean with the right. Straighten it out. Bend the right, lean with the left. Very good. And come back up to tabletop. Good job. Walk those knees in towards the center. Place this left leg in front. And then slide the right leg back one more time. So now you're in sort of a strange starish shape. They have a name for this, but that's not my specialty. So your chest is now facing forward, facing that front leg. Your left leg is back behind you. I want you to take your chest and pull it down towards this front leg just as far as you can go. It may not be that far. It may be very far. You're going to feel it on the back side of your left leg, the outside of your left leg, and you're opening up your hip flexor on the right. Great job. Good. Now, place both feet on the floor. You're going to rotate through those hips. So now the left leg is behind you, the right leg is in front. Take this left toe, bring it back behind your rump. Chest and very carefully pull your chest over that front leg as far as you can take it. Good job. And bring it back up to center. Once again, heels driven into the floor. Both knees are now facing forward. Go ahead and push down on them. Be active on that push. Legs are as wide as you can take them with your feet flexed, toes facing your nose. Drive both hands straight down the center of this river you've just created. Get as far as you can go, and we're going to hang out here for just a second. Your heels are driven into the floor, allowing your toes to come back up towards your neck. So you're here in the center. Give me a big deep breath. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale, and on the exhale, push those hands forward. Great job. In this lowered position, drag your hands along the floor. Grab a hold of those heels. Great job. You might be able to hold on to the bottom of your feet or even your toes and pull them up towards your head. Hamstrings stretch. The back of your knees is going to feel nice and limber, or it's going to burn, but that's okay. Hang out here. And place those hands on the floor. Drive them back to center and draw it in. Place both hands back behind you. Lift your chest up nice and tall and gently bring those legs in towards each other. Toes to the nose one more time. Chest up nice and tall. Grab a hold of that extra matter that God gave you and pull it back behind you, sitting directly on your sits bones. Good job. Take your right knee, bend it up so that your knee is flat, as your foot is flat on the floor and your knee is upright. Grab a hold of that of your shin and pull your chest towards that knee, falling upright so your shoulders are lifting and your chest is lifting nice and open in the chest. Excellent job. Release that stretch. Take this leg, flop it on top of the other one. Bring your left arm to the outside of that right leg and turn all the way through. So now your shoulders are facing the side of your body. Feel rotation throughout your back. Good job. And bring it back to center. Carefully help that leg come back. And as you elongate it, drag your heel into the floor, giving some resistance. Pull your left leg up here. Again, hands on the shin. And this time when you bring your chest up nice and tall, make sure that you're working hard to squeeze your scapula together. So you're opening your chest and you're giving a nice little squeeze to those rhomboids in the back of your back. There you go. The back of your back. And release that stretch. Bring this left leg over the right, arms over the left leg. Look over your shoulder. Give a nice rotational motion through your torso and feel it through your hip on the left side and all the way through your back as you round out. Good work. And come back to center. Once again, assist that leg over because it's tired today. Drive that heel into the floor. Toes up to your nose one more time. Chest up nice and tall. Place both hands on the floor, and what I'm going to have you do now, point those toes away from you, drag those heels along the floor until both knees are facing upright, and you are simply going to lift your knees and push up into tabletop here. All I want you to do is hold on to it. Just hold on nice and tight. Your back hands are flat against the floor, giving your triceps a little stretch. And bring it right back on down and straight into the center. Drive those legs out. Do that one more time. Pull the legs in till your feet are flat on the floor. Lift your rump up into the air, toes facing forward. Good job. And roll it back down, pushing those legs out and saying hi to your little furry friends that came by. Now you're going to, once again, very carefully, put both feet up on the floor, but you're not going to get all the way up. So you're going to come up into your sitting position here. We're going to work on our ankles just a little bit. So I'm going to face the side so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm in this rounded position here. I want the heels to touch the floor and then come up onto those tiptoes just a little bit. Sit back down onto the heels and then back up into your tiptoes. If you find you're having a little trouble getting all that range of motion, you may want to open your legs just a little bit wider. Allow your tummy to go right through the middle. Good, we're going to do one more here. And now this time, come up all the way under those tiptoes, hold on tight. Push those legs up and drive one leg back at a time until you're back into tabletop position. Take your right arm, slide it through the left, and allow your torso to twist, and lay your head down on the floor as much as you can. I want the back of your arm to be along the floor at this point. Good job. Just breathe, just breathe. And come back to center. Place that hand on the floor. Take your left hand, slide it underneath, allow your torso to rotate until your shoulder is on the floor and you're all twisty like a pretzel. Good job. And bring it back to center. Walk those knees in. Have a seat one more time. Legs go out. Take those arms straight up overhead. You're going to try to touch your toes and use those toes as leverage to push your arms away from you. If you cannot reach your toes, simply place your hands underneath your ankles and then pull up so that your legs are assisting in stretching out your arms. Good job. Excellent work. Place both hands on the floor, pull those knees up underneath you, lift your rump up into the air. You're going to stand up one vertebrae at a time, nice and slowly. Nice wide stance. Drive both hands down towards the floor, allowing your elbows, your shoulders to separate from your ears. Get some little bit of space there. Now, maintain that tension throughout your arms and drive your arms up and away from your body till you come to the midline. If you're allowing there to be pressure and pulling away, you're going to feel it right in the middle and almost an electric ride going down your arms. Keep pressure, keep those hands flexed, drive them up until they're up together, grabbing a hold of one ankle and wrist and pulling them up towards the ceiling. You may feel an impingement in your breathing here. It's okay. Breathe in through your nose. Exhale and release it there, allowing the air to fill your lungs back up. Let's try this one more time. This time, put pressure on those arms again. Whichever wrist you used to grab a hold of the other one, switch. So now the other hand is pulling that wrist up and away. Inhale through the nose. Exhale and release. Very good job. Give yourself a nice big bear hug. And here you're going to hold on to those scapula as best you can and try to pull away. So at this point from the front, it looks like you're trying to bring your elbows back to where they started from, but you're not succeeding. So nice big bear hug with pressure there, allowing the opening of your shoulders there. Good job. And release that. Shake that out. Good shake. All right, take your head. You're going to bring your left hand up to your right ear and gently pull that your head towards your left shoulder. Opening up the neck on the right. Taking the right hand and pushing it down towards the floor. And release the pressure from your head. Bring your right hand up. Pull your head down towards the right shoulder. Open up the neck on the left side. And release that pressure as well. Bring that right hand in front of you. Taking your left hand, you're going to pull those fingers down, allowing a stretch all the way up the internal part of your arm. And then flip it upside down. We have one more stretch, and then I'm going to say goodbye. Hand down on the left side. And flip it up. And now take those arms above your head like you're doing a tricep extension. Give a big giant squeeze. And with pressure, push it all the way up. And release the pressure. Release your arms. Allow it to flow from your body. Give me a big deep breath in. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. And enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you guys. Bye.